What if I told you that this outfit took 48 hours to make? Oh, you don't believe me? Okay, then keep watching. Let me show you how I did it. So I'm starting off with some red crepe satin fabric. I have my already made pattern pieces for the skirt. I'm going to pin the front skirt pattern piece on the fold of my fabric, and then I'll go ahead and cut everything with about 1/2 inch stitching allowance. Okay, so now that my pieces are cut out, I have gone ahead to mark and pin my darts. And I just pinch and pin. So now I have my top pieces here. They've already been made. These are pretty old. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pin those on my fabric. You can see I have my center front, center back, side back. I'll pin those on my fabric, starting with my center front on the fold. After that, I will cut them all with about 1/2 inch stitching allowance. All of my pieces cut out, center front, side front, and then my back pieces, my center back and side back. So I'm going to put away my front pieces and I'm going to start off with my back. I will go ahead and remove the pattern paper and start to pin my fabrics right side facing each other. So I'm just removing these pins, and then I put the papers directly above it so that I can see what direction the fabric is supposed to go. So I have it like that. Now I will open up my center back, right side's facing towards me, and then I will place the side back on top of the center back, pin along the edge. You see how everything aligns very nicely, and then I'll go ahead and pin that so I know where to sew. So once again, I'm going to repeat the same process with my front pieces. I'm going to remove the pins from the pattern. And then I'm going to clear away my back pieces, put them to the side, and then put my front pieces directly above my fabric pieces so I know which direction everything is supposed to go. I'll open up my center front, and I'll place my side front on my center front, right sides facing each other. ahead to pin one side, and as you can see, just with pinning alone, it looks very nice, very shapely, as you can see. And I'll go ahead and repeat the same process with the other side front piece. And there we go. Now I'll go ahead and join my back pieces to the front piece, right sides facing each other, connecting the side back to the side front. You see I'm aligning my edges. They're aligning very nicely. That is my center back. I'm joining my side back to my side front. I'm going to go ahead and pin so I know where to sew. Here we are, it's the next morning, 12 hours later. I have a remaining 24 hours left to get this dress done. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew my top pieces with about 1/2 inch stitching allowance. And I know, look at that. Guys, that is not 1/2 inch. This was an old video. I had no idea what I was doing. That is not 1/2 inch at all. That is definitely a 1/4. But now that I've been taking sewing lessons, I know better. But still, enjoy the show. I've gone ahead to cut and sew the padding. I just followed my center front and side front pieces and literally just cut out the top half of it using this padding. It's about 0.2 mm thick if I'm not mistaken. It fits perfectly over my bust. I also ironed interfacing onto my lining pieces just to give it more structure. And I'm going to go ahead and sew these together. I'm going to start with my center front, making sure that everything is in alignment, and then I will sew these. And then once I'm done sewing my padding to my lining, I will sew my lining to my main fabric. My lining piece is complete. I'm gonna go ahead and join that to my front piece, right sides facing each other. Pin those, starting with my center front, of course, making sure all my seams are aligned together, and then go ahead and sew. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Have you ever made any piece of clothing, a dress, a shirt, pants, in less than 48 hours to your event? How did you feel? Did it turn out good? Was it a flop? Did you have to go with your backup plan? Or did you make it look amazing? Let me know, because this dress, I think it was pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. So yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and steam my seam before I go ahead and backstitch. Did I backstitch? I don't remember backstitching. Oh, okay. Boning. Cool. I'm using a ridge line boning for my back pieces only. This is going to be for my eyelets. This is my lazy way of making a bustier. So I'm going to start off by putting this piece of boning at the edge, and I'm going to sew along the edge to encase that boning. There you go. There it is. Yes. Now I'm going to leave about 1 inch space from that stitch and then go ahead and make another stitch. So you can see I'm going to leave about 1 inch space, make a stitch for the second boning. So this is me making that stitch right now. And then once that's done, I will put the second boning in and then make another stitch to encase that boning. This is how I make my casings for my eyelets. You see? This is a stitch or the seam, and then I'll put that boning in and then stitch to encase that boning. This will help to give my back more structure. So now that I have that complete, I went ahead to close off the bottom. I did a rolled hem towards the front of the top. And now my top is basically complete. The last step is to fix the eyelets. I will leave that until after I have joined the skirt to the top, so I know how exactly I want to go about it. So let's move on to making the skirt. So I have 3 yards of this red Achalugo fabric. This is a traditional Igbo fabric. I am a traditional Igbo lady, yes. So it's very beautiful, very regal. It's definitely giving Achalugo in every sense of the word. This was the template I was going based off of. I saw it on Pinterest. It's a slash and spread skirt. Trust me, guys, I honestly had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing in this video. So I'm going to go back and use that same front and back piece to pin onto the fabric on fold for the front piece. I'm actually going to go ahead and mark my 1/2 inch stitching allowance so I know where to cut. And then as I get to where my knees would go, I'm just going to flare it out. So based off of the template, that picture, it showed one mark here. So I just marked where my waist to knee measurement is. Made this opening and then did like a little slash and spread on the fabric. Once again, I had no idea what I was doing. I'm gonna attempt this style again, making an actual pattern for a slash and spread mermaid skirt. That will be in a later video, so subscribe and stay tuned. But I just went ahead and just like flared it out as far as I could make it flare out, and then went ahead and cut it and repeated the same process with the back pattern. And there we have it. Okay, so now I have the lining for my skirt pinned, including my darts. I'm gonna go ahead and sew all of this down. Pieces are joined together, darts are stitched down. I left the raw edges out because once we join it to the main skirt fabric, you won't even notice it. And I did a rolled hem on the bottom, but I left the top raw. So now we're going to go ahead and join this to the main fabric, right sides facing each other. I've also gone ahead to stitch down my main fabric pieces and do a roll hem on the bottom as well. So right side to right side, starting from the middle darts, we're going to go ahead and pin and sew. So now I'm going ahead to sew down my zipper. No, I'm not using a zipper foot, but I still got a pretty good result anyways. So I'm going to stitch that down. Just look at that. Yes, ma'am. Very clean. So now I am trying on my skirt. Please excuse my chaotic background. There was so much going on around this time and I really had to get this dress done. But as you can see, it fits pretty well in the front and the back. I can walk, I can move my legs. It's long enough, hits the ground, even with heels. I can dance, I can go loo. Here's how it looks against the top. It all looks very pretty. The final morning, the final countdown, you guys. We have come so far so quickly. I've stitched my company's label on my skirt, and now it's time to join my skirt to my top. I've pinned everything to the mannequin. I'm going to make sure that my darts on the skirt align with the darts on the top, and then I'll take my white Chinese marker, mark where the skirt meets the waist so I know where to sew on my sewing machine. There you go. So now I'm going to go ahead and actually pin this down before I sew it along the marks that I made. You don't want to sew on the part where the eyelets will be. I'm just pinning it down so that everything is structured and stable. So I've gone ahead to sew my skirt to my top, and I've made my marks for my eyelets. These are 2 inches apart. Did that on both sides. I have my soldering iron. It is hot. And I'm going to go ahead and make my holes for my eyelets. So as you can see, I'm just going to push it all the way in. Make sure it's a nice clean hole so that I can easily put my grommets in. That's done, I'm going to take my eyelet pieces and my pliers and go ahead and make my eyelets on my bustier top. So I'm going to make sure that I use my big piece. The big piece is supposed to go on the outside, the small piece goes on the inside, and then you take your pliers and clamp everything down nice and hard just to make sure that the eyelet is very secure. I'm going to repeat this process for every hole in this top. So now I am officially out of time. I just took some excess fabric, did rolled hems all around the edges so that I can drape it over my shoulder, give it a nice royal touch. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know how I did in the comments. Be sure to subscribe. Bye.